Okay, so you're given this algebraic equation n divided by 5 plus 9 equals 22. I just wanted to review, there are a few ways to solve this. There's not just one way. The first way that we'll be looking at today is inspection, which is what a lot of high school teachers or middle school teachers want to end up getting at. There is trial and error, which is also called systematic trial or sometimes called guess and check. There's many different terms for that, but it's basically where you try out different numbers. The third, you could just graph it out. So you can graph it out using a scatter plot or a linear relation to see, where does the y value intersect at 22 when the x value, when we don't know, what x value will give the answer 22. Then there's also, there's rules-based things which we'll go through, which is a little bit of that magic piece, which is not really mathematics. It's just like shortcuts and stuff. So we're just going to start off with inspection. But before we do that, we need to really redefine what does algebra mean. That this equal sign really means a balance of two sides, that whatever is on this side is balancing on a scale with whatever's on the other side. And so anything you add to this left side will force that side down. It'll weigh more and it'll push the other side up. So which means I need to add something on the other side in order for that to be balanced out. So if you understand that piece, then you can start solving some algebraic equations a little bit more pictorially rather than abstractly. So here's, I'm going to do this pictorially. So I have 22 is my answer. So let's say that I find on my right side, I have 22 marbles that are on this side. So that's 20, and then I'll add 2 more. So that's 22 marbles on the right side. On the left side, well, I have a certain number. So n means a certain number is divided by 5. So I have that cut into 5 pieces or 5 sections. And then I add 9 to that to make that 22. So let me just draw this extra 9 in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are these extra 9 marbles. And then I have this unknown box. So I'll just draw this in red. I have this unknown box that has a certain number of it in there. So that's a box with n number of marbles, but I'm cutting it into 5 sections. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's not totally equal, but let's assume they're equal for now. So I have these marbles that are in here as well. There's a lot of these marbles. They're divided into these 5 equal sections. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking this whole box. I am taking that box, dividing it by 5. So just this section here. I'm adding 9 to that to make 22. If you can understand that pictorially, now we can start to solve it pictorially as well. So the first thing we need to do is we can either, the first thing we could do is we can take a look at these 9 extra marbles that are on this side. I can remove 9 of these marbles, but if I remove 9 of these marbles, so let's just use this green. I'm going to take out these 9 marbles. So if these are all removed, well, the balance doesn't balance out anymore. So I also need to remove 9 from this side in order for that to balance. Right? So now I've taken away those 9. So the way I could rewrite that is n divided by 5 plus 9. Now I'm taking away that 9 on this side. That's going to be equal to 22. But in order for that to balance, I also have to remove 9 on that side. So then what I'm left with is this will eliminate. So n divided by 5 equals 22 minus 9 is 13. Now, how do I see that pictorially? I can count up here. I have 13 dots on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on this side. And then I have this n divided by 5. I have this block in this red that's cut into 5 sections. So in one of these sections, I have 13 dots. So now I know in one of these sections, I have 13. But how do I find out how many total marbles are in that box? Well, I need to multiply this box or this section by 5. So I have n divided by 5. I'm now going to multiply that side by 5 because I am multiplying each little section till I get to that full box, which is 5 times. What I do to that side, I have to do to the other side. right? So now this becomes just n, the full box of n. I have 13 times 5. I have 13 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13 in that box. So I have a total of 65 marbles in that box, in the full box. Now, how do I check? I would replace the n with 65. So let n equal 65. 65 divided by 5 plus 9. Does that equal 22? Well, BEDMAS says I divide this first. So 65 divided by 5 is 13, plus 9 is 22. 22 equals 22. So I know that n equals 65. So what I would accept as an answer for my students is this section here and the check. So I would have all of this written down for a complete answer. Hopefully, so this is now inspection, and I'll do another video on trial and error and also how to stay away from some of those rules that make math a little bit more confusing for students if they don't get it. Okay, hope you understand this.